Hello and welcome to the Calmcast, a time to feel calm and think clearly. I'm Claire Downham, the Queen of Calm, a transformational life coach. I was a burnt out head teacher who finally made the journey to calm after years of trying, and I want to prevent you from having to do the same. The Calmcast is a series of short explorations, gently guiding you back to your natural state, which is calm and clarity. Just listen like you would listen to music, with an open mind and curiosity. There's nothing else to do. Now let's relax into today's episode. So today, the subject is seeking calm. And that was something I did for a very, very long time. I tried all sorts of things to feel calmer. Meditation and affirmations and gratitude journals and all sorts of other things. Yoga, I guess, was one of the tools. All done from a place of seeing that was something I lacked, the ability to be calm, that it was missing somehow from my system, missing somehow from my abilities. And I did a lot of that seeking, not only with regular practices and things that I did, but also in the moment, if I didn't feel calm, then it looked like there was something to do. But in actual fact, that the seeking of calm is a thing that takes us further away from it. Because the model we're working with when we're seeking calm is a model of lack. When we're seeking it outside of us, it has to come from the place of believing that somehow that is missing from us, that it's been taken away, it was never there in the first place. I don't know, there's all sorts of different things you could say about that. But it is coming from this idea that's not innate to us, that it's not there already. So what I see really is the opposite of that now. That calm is what is innate to human beings, to me and you and everybody else. It's what's innate. It's what's part of us. It's what we're made of, really, actually, is the best way to put it, I think. And when we see that, it makes less sense to try and add the calm back in, because it was never gone in the first place. The model is so different. The model I work with now is so different, and that is that you who you really are, it is made of calm. So it's like a diamond. It's solid. It can't be broken. It can't be taken away. It can't be stolen. It can't be damaged out of you. It can't be traumatized out of you either. And then there's a layer, a very thick, sticky, messy layer of thinking, conditioned thinking that we've learned. And sometimes we get an uncomfortable feeling because we are caught up in one of the stories that thinking provides us with. So, for example, when we're thinking about the future and we think the future is going to bring something terrible, then of course we get caught up in that thinking and we feel a horrible feeling, an anxious feeling. So we feel awful, we feel anxious, we want that feeling to go away. That's fundamentally where it starts. The judgment that feeling is a sign that there is something wrong with us, that we are somehow broken, that there is something wrong in the outside world, perhaps. And I think you can probably already hear that, there's an anxious feeling. We might not be 100% sure what thinking is causing that, or what particular thought is causing that. We don't need to know that, actually. And then there's all this thinking about the feeling, which increases the amount of thinking we have. Where's it coming from? What's it about? Why have I got it? What's wrong with the outside world? What's wrong with me? What's going on? And then on top of that, another layer of thinking might be, what can I do about it? How can I make this feeling change? How can I find calm again? What do I need to do right now? Should I do some yoga? Should I do some meditation? Am I not doing enough of those things on a daily basis? Why don't I feel calm again? There's something wrong with me. And I think you can hear that is another layer of thinking. And when you realize that it's the thinking that's causing the feeling in the first place, then you're adding in your analysis and judgment of that feeling, which brings more thinking, and then some thinking about, what do I do about it? How do I get back to calm? It's like we're just swimming in the wrong direction, aren't we? We're literally going in the wrong direction. We're heading away from who we really are. We're making our head so noisy that the diamond is just absolutely buried under noise. The calm that we really are, the innate well-being that we really are, is so buried by then. You might be thinking, what's the alternative? Well, the alternative is it comes from a knowing. It's not a doing. I have some things it occurs to me to do from that place of knowing. It comes from knowing that that calm is innate, that it hasn't gone away, it hasn't been stolen by life, that it is still there. It's covered up by a noisy mind sometimes, that's normal, but it's still there. That's the first thing. And the second thing in the moment for me, what's been most powerful is in those moments, which I don't always do, in those moments when I when I read the signals accurately, when I see in the moment, oh, that's that feeling I've got right now, it's coming from something I'm caught up in my head, my thinking, my state of mind, my perspective in that moment. And then it may well occur to do something like take a breath, have a pause, go for a walk, have a nap, whatever it is. Concentrate on something else, I often find is helpful for me. Just get on with doing something and knowing that it'll pass. Because that's the other thing to know with thinking that's creating your feelings. It'll pass. Always does. You don't have to do anything about that. And actually, the ease with which it passes when you don't try to do something is phenomenal, really. So then there is this awareness. Like you're the one who is really able to just take that microscopic step backwards and see, observe, notice, get curious. My favourite curious question at the moment is, what am I believing that isn't true? And it might be, what am I believing that isn't true is I'm supposed to feel different to how I do right now. Who says? Who says? When you realise that all feelings are coming from the same place, like happy feelings come from happy thinking, and anxious feelings come from anxious thinking, and sad feelings come from sad thinking. They're all made of the same stuff, really. noise in our heads, conditioned noise in our heads. There really is some ease around that. I know it's probably quite difficult to see it till you see it, but when you see it, it's super powerful. So I guess in conclusion, seeking calm is probably the main thing that takes us away from calm, actually. Trying to find it somewhere outside of us when it's actually inside. Thank you so much for listening. There's nothing to do now but bring some awareness to how this is working out in your life. Listen regularly to experience longer and longer periods of calm. This has been the Calmcast with Claire Downham, Queen of Calm. Take care and keep listening.